Step one, man, got to get that one perfect. I see a lot of people go in and out of these rooms because they can't get their hands around step one. I see a lot of people go out of these rooms, man, because they're doing steps 1 and 12, skipping all the ones in between. But number one, you got to get perfect. Got to get your hands around something deep. Healthy respect for this disease, right? Scared of being loaded or being scared of going and getting loaded will never keep you sober, right? I have a healthy respect for this disease, like the city bus that rolls down the road, 45 miles an hour city bus. You jump out in front of it, what happens? Get ran over. Same thing drugs do to me, right? So I respect that deal. I understand what it will do. I know that's what it will do if I get high. There's no doubt about it. When you get your mind into a place where you know that's exactly what's going to happen, you start looking at things differently. It's no longer like on the table. It's no longer a thought like, well, possibly. Nope. Possibly means you probably going to get loaded. Unfortunately, if you still think there's an avenue or a nook and cranny out there you ain't hit, you probably going to get loaded. You're like, well, if I get loaded, then I'll just come back. I'm like, you already getting loaded. It's like saying, I'm a piece of garbage. You sure are. You just said it. Words are powerful. Talk ourselves right into a shit show. So here's what happens. Come steps 1 and 2, coming to believe that a power greater than me can restore me to sanity. Step 3, tough for me. Make a decision to turn my will over to the care of God as I understand it, right? Will and my life. Does it say turn my will over to God? No, it doesn't. Turn my will and my life over to the care of God. What's that look like? God ain't. I heard an old dude, man, saying in a meeting, man, years ago, some guy was like, get out of the driver's seat and let God drive. Some old dude with a bunch of time, man, was like, well, who's going to drive? And I was like, yeah. Who's going to drive? We become quite demanding with whatever God of our understanding might be or whatever your higher power might be. Like, you need to come down here and do everything for me. No, you got to do some stuff. You got to still drive that car. You still got to set that alarm. You still got to really put some action into this. The third step in the 12 and 12 really goes into it about aligning our will with whatever we believe to be God's will. God gave us brains to use, right? It's proper use of the will. Best question that could ever got asked of me, man, was my grand sponsor said, every situation and scenario you run up on, ask yourself what God would want you to do and roll with that. Pretty simple.